Hey everyone, it's Kyle. Azora Hype. Episode 5 was explosive, no pun intended, and now we only have one Game of Thrones episode left before the series ends. In this video, we're going to preview episode 6, break down the trailer, and discuss what is going to be an absolutely insane end to the series. So, let's get hype and let's jump into the video. The trailer isn't long, but it looks like the Queen of Ashes, Daenerys Targaryen, who sacked the city with fire and blood, has won the Iron Throne, at least for now. This is a much more destructive version of events than when Tywin Lannister sacked the city and Jaime Lannister killed her father, Mad King Aerys Targaryen. Daenerys chose the nuclear option with Drogon, which also set off cases of wildfire around the city. And we can see the aftermath with Jon and Davos walking through the streets of King's Landing, and Tyrion in disbelief surrounded by death and destruction, now knowing that Varys was correct. It's going to be really interesting to see if Jon still thinks if she's my queen. He even killed one of his own men during the sack of King's Landing because of his code of honor. And we know that during times of war, this code of honor doesn't apply to everyone else. They are all doing their own thing. But I do think there's a strong possibility we see Jon kill Daenerys in the next episode, everyone. He may not have a choice if she's putting people like Tyrion or Arya, or she even threatens Sansa and puts their lives in danger. The fact that Daenerys has made this choice and plan with Grey Worm and the Unsullied means that she's not taking advice anymore. She's not going to take the advice of her former council and now is considering the advice that Olenna Tyrell gave her. Be a dragon. But I could totally see Jon, who is much like Rhaegar, someone who didn't like killing but is good at being a soldier and leading others, will have to deal with this situation and have a solution. It certainly looks like Arya will be looking to close some more eyes in the next episode. I think we can officially say that her list is revised now that it's clean with the death of Cersei in the mountain. But I do find it very curious that Arya met up with a pale mare in the last scene of episode 5. Part of me wonders if this was Bran sending Arya an Uber to get out of the city, but symbolically, this is important for many reasons. The horse means that Arya is the god of death, and the embodiment of the stranger, a god of the faith of the seven. This also connects to the book of Revelation in the Bible and one of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. And I looked, and behold a pale horse, and his name that sat on it was Death. So I'm going to be doing an in-depth video on Arya this week and her whole journey, explaining why she could be the one to kill Daenerys. But I think it's really important that we also talk about what we don't see in the trailer. Did Varys get enough letters out in time to the Lords of the Realm? We know that Sansa and Arya and Bran more than likely have a backup plan that they made in the Godswood when they're talking with Jon, and he lets Bran tell them about his heritage. And I believe Sansa could rally the rest of the realm to stand behind Jon, leaving Dany very much in the same position her father was in and Cersei was in at the end of their journeys. We have also yet to see this new Prince of Dorne, so perhaps Varys did get a letter out to Dorne and their 50,000 spears, but I do believe we're going to see another Red Wedding type of scenario in the last episode, everyone, which was possibly foreshadowed by this conversation between Varys and Tyrion in Season 2, Episode 9.
I've always hated the bells. They ring for horror. A dead king, a city under siege.
A wedding.
Exactly.
Varys says, I've always hated bells. They ring for horror, a dead king, and a city under siege. In which Tyrion replies, a wedding. We could see a black wedding style of event in the finale of Game of Thrones, where the Starks send their regards to Daenerys Targaryen and the Unsullied. But either way, everyone, I do believe that Daenerys, she's going to die in the next episode, and I will be doing lots of videos this week, but I would love to hear your suggestions on what you would love to hear me break down on the channel. If you want to see more Game of Thrones videos, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. And after the season, I'm going to be covering some other stuff, some new stuff on the channel, including Marvel, The Expanse, and more. So I'd love to hear your suggestions on what you would like to see on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Hype and love.